Welcome to the Journey of Faith, where we explore the sacred stories of the Bible. Each episode reveals a journey of faith, love, and the redemption that God offers to humanity. Today, we open the first chapter of Exodus, when the people of Israel fell from honor into slavery, when a baby was saved from the waters of the Nile, and when the voice of God called out from a burning bush in the wilderness. After the death of Joseph, the glorious age of Israel's favor in Egypt slowly faded away. The Israelites multiplied greatly, becoming strong and numerous, filling the land of Egypt. But then, a new king arose, one who did not know Joseph. Seeing the strength of the Israelites, he feared they might one day rise against his kingdom. So Pharaoh enslaved them, forcing them to build the storage cities of Pithom and Ramses, working under whips, sweat, and tears. Yet the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied. This only deepened the Egyptians' hatred. Finally, Pharaoh issued a cruel decree. Every Hebrew boy that is born must be thrown into the Nile, but let every girl live. In that dark and hopeless time, the light of God's plan quietly began to shine. He had already chosen a deliverer. During that cruel period, a woman from the tribe of Levi gave birth to a son. Seeing that he was a beautiful and special child, she hid him for 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she made a basket of papyrus, coated it with tar and pitch, placed the baby inside, and set it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile, entrusting her child into the hands of God. The baby's sister, Miriam, watched from a distance. Then Pharaoh's daughter came to bathe in the river. She saw the basket, opened it, and found the baby crying. Moved with compassion, she said, "This must be one of the Hebrew babies." Miriam stepped forward and said, "Shall I go and find a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby for you?" Pharaoh's daughter agreed, and in God's providence, the woman chosen was none other than the baby's own mother. She was paid by the royal household to raise her own son. When the child grew older, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own and named him Moses, saying, "I drew him out of the water." Moses grew up as a prince of Egypt, trained in all the wisdom of the Egyptians. Yet deep in his heart, he never forgot who he truly was, a Hebrew, one of God's people. One day, when Moses had grown up, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. In anger, he struck the Egyptian and killed him, hiding the body in the sand. When the matter became known, Pharaoh sought to kill him, and Moses fled for his life into the land of Midian. There, he helped the 7 daughters of the priest Jethro, who later gave his daughter Zipporah to Moses as his wife. For many years, Moses lived as a shepherd in the desert, believing his life of purpose had ended. But God had a far greater plan. One day, while tending his flock near Mount Horeb, Moses saw a strange sight. A bush that burned with fire, yet was not consumed. As he approached, the voice of God called out from within the flames. "Moses, Moses." "Here I am," he replied. "Do not come any closer," God said. "Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." Then God said, "I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cry, and I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt." Moses trembled and said, "Who am I, that I should go to Pharaoh?" But God said, "I will be with you." From that moment on, the humble shepherd of the wilderness became the chosen one of God, the man who would stand before kings, part seas, and lead a nation to freedom. The journey of faith had begun, a journey toward deliverance, miracles, and the mighty hand of the Lord. Thank you for joining me on today's story. If this message touched your heart, please share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can continue walking with us in the journey of faith. May God bless you and your family with peace and grace. See you in the next episode of Exodus, when Moses returns to Egypt, stands before Pharaoh, and the first miracles of God begin to unfold.